Hi everyone, it's Koinzell here. So today we're going to finally do the buff destroyer, Berserker, buff Berserker update. We finally got it in Taiwan today. So this is my Berserker. CP is not high obviously, it's my alternate. In fact I think he's using a orange sub weapon. The pro chat doesn't have a red sub weapon yet. Yeah. Okay. But nevertheless, if you look at the skills itself, you see that he is actually definitely faster than before, and he has gotten quite a few buffs on some of his skills. So let's look into that via the patch notes itself. Okay, so before that, right, let's go to the skill column. Okay, so I was just quickly looking through some of the notes. So basically the very first skill, right, they have changed his movement. It's a bit slow now in terms of the charge up, but there's an additional hit now as per before. What is the main buff about this skill, right, is that they are making it such that after you use this first skill, when you know the spinning skill, the movement is smoother, so that's why you see him doing faster and smoother in PvE. On top of that, right, I mean in general, and on top of that, they are changing some of the effects, right, knockback and knockdown to stun and bound instead. And on top of that, oh, this is the biggest change to this skill. Previously it was 810% with 2, now it's 500% times 4. So the natural buff, right, is like 2000% versus 1600, which is what, about 25% boost. The scary thing is the PvP buff here. Okay, it's really crazy. Let's go to the skill itself. Basically, the damage is almost double if you look at it. Why do I say that? Look at this. This part here. So 385%. At level 1 is almost double. 385% times 2 is increased to 350% times 4. That's basically almost double. Not sure whether it's a printing error. But I don't think it is, because if you look in game, it's 350% at level 1. Level 10 here, it shows 385% times 4. I think the printing error is this actually. It can't be that low. The increment can't be only 35% after 10 levels, right? Yeah. But if we use the previous level 10 as a gauge, right, even if this is not a printing error, it's still very high damage buff. Yeah. This was almost 100%, it's 25% in PvE. In PvP it's almost 100% boost. That's really crazy. Next skill here is okay, the one where he spins and then lands with a blow. They have increased the speed of the skill and a slight increase to AoE. And the next statement here is about a bug fix from the previous buff, right, where the additional hit from the very first skill was not being triggered after using this skill. So now it will. Okay, this is the second skill. Okay, again they have increased the speed, and on top of that the combo speed as well, comboing with other skills. Oh, when you use other skills and you combo this skill, you can go up to 2 hits, the max. This is the one where they have given him forward guard basically. So you see here is super armor by default. It's super armor by default, obviously not used in arena, but you can get forward guard here. So simple 2 swings. Much faster, really much faster than before. Since they improved the speed. Buff wise is not too huge of a buff, about 10%, still very nice nevertheless, yeah. And it's only in PvP, it's not buff in PvE. But to me the most important is actually the speed. The speed buff is huge. Okay, the next skill breaking the balance, changing the movement of the speed, the special effect. Okay. So the moment you hit, you will cause the stun effect. There's no longer any knockback. This skill itself, I don't. Let me see. This skill itself is very OP in PvP and GVG. Just 2-second cooldown. You immediately dash in front with a knee, with your shoulder attack, using your shoulder to bump. Yeah. So the moment you attack, succeed in attack, you will cause the status here, as you can see. Yeah. And you get the rage to help with your berserk mode as well at level 4, which I do not have. Yeah, I'm now at level 1 for this character right now. Okay, let's not jump. This skill is really good in PvP and GVG. Okay, the next skill here again is a speed increase to the skill itself, as well as a slight increase in AoE. CD reduction of 1 second, increase in the damage as well. So 37480%, that's like a 100% boost, which is about what? More than 25% boost, about 28% boost. Yeah, thereabout. For PvP, it's about 50% boost. Still very nice, actually. It's about 12%. Yeah. Okay, so this is the skill we're talking about here, the one where he spins. So damage buff, the skill is much faster now. Okay. The speed of the skill is very important. You see that, you know that Berserker was really slow. Previously when I did the review for the very first round of buff, I mentioned that he's still very slow, right? Now they have fixed that by increasing the speed of so many of his skills. So it's really quite crazy. Oh, okay, I think this is the super imba dashing skill that he has. I think it travels even further than Darkness mobility skill for sure. So instead of 6 hits, now it's 9 hits. And the damage, I'm pretty sure it's a buff. Let's see, 340 times 6, right? So that's what? 1800 plus 240 is 2040. This is 240 times 9, which is essentially 2400 minus 240. Okay, actually about the same. Right, this is 2040, this is 2160. 2040 versus 2160, about 120% boost. Okay, let's see how much is 120. Okay, it's a very small boost, it's about 5 to 6% increase. But that's fine because this skill was already buffed previously. It was already buffed to very strong previously. This is the one I am talking about. The one when he dashes, look at how far he dashes. This is very far. You can use it from the very start of the arena itself. You can use this to keep chasing your opponent when, say for example, your opponent is trying to get away from you after unleashing a combo from you on you, right? This skill makes it such that they have no room to breathe at all. It's really crazy, and he has forward guard. He has freaking forward guard. Okay, so this is the PvE setup that I have. Branch damage wise, actually this one can go for a hit, not Sarret for sure. Yeah, this is the only reason why I changed, by the way, because this his branch is not optimized. That's my alternate. 4 hits. I think I'll go better off with L. Take the brief and hit. I think I'll take the brief. I think he's going to be a character that needs all 3. Yep. It's a character that's going to need all 3, but mainly in L. Okay. Anyway, the relic is not an issue, the branch damage is not an issue. The one when I optimize, it will definitely be able to get hit all 3. But what I want to say is that this buff to Berserker now is really crazy. His swings, his skills are like much faster compared to previously. And also now the skill damage buff, right, is really good. Okay, this is my PvE setup. So let's go to Hadou map, shall we? With this CP, if he goes Hadou Nightmare, right, it'll take forever for him to clear. Even New Moon map, he should have a problem actually. What I can do is try to switch my main gear to show you guys, because I actually want to show you guys, right, when you farm in normal Hadou map without the dynamic CP, it's much easier to one hit the mobs. That's why you see all the videos about like people farming farm testing, right? The classes look so imba because they are one-shotting the mobs. But when you are in Hadou Nightmare, you don't one-shot the mobs, or rather it's very difficult to one-shot the mobs. Which is why Darkness being able to do 221 per minute is really crazy. Yeah. So you see this map doesn't have dynamic CP, so he's almost one-shotting the mobs even with this amount of CP. CP requirement is 7.5k, yeah. So I have to say his PvE farming is really much improved by a lot now. As you can see here. That's why I rank him as A tier in my tier list previously. But maybe with a bit more testing, I might bump him up to S tier. Looking at this. But I have to try out Nightmare really. Because you gotta know Nightmare and the New Moon maps, the dynamic CP really makes a difference because their HP is also increased, the mobs. You don't one-shot the mobs. When you don't one-shot the mobs, right, the skills make a lot of difference when it comes to like whether or not they can do a high KPM on kills per minute. But the AoE is actually quite nice here. Alright, so I think I'll end the video here. I was to say that Berserker really has been buffed very nicely. 2 rounds of buff. It gotta be at least in the A tier, right? Which I have placed him in the A tier already. I think he is very fun to play now, even that it's not that slow and clunky anymore. So if you guys are using Warrior, right, then this is good news for you guys when Berserker Awakening comes, like, hopefully today. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video. If you like the content, remember to like the video and click subscribe for more. Oh, and if you want to see more tests regarding Berserker, let me know. I will see if I can do it during streams instead. Alright, bye.